So here we go, everybody.
Here's your God Call with Reverend Bill.
Some time ago, I was playing gin rummy, and after we'd been playing for a while, on a hunch we went and checked the deck, and it turned out there were not 52 cards in that deck. There were only 47 cards in the deck. And what that means is that we hadn't been playing the game we thought we were playing. We were playing something, but there was no possibility to have won some of the hands that we were trying for. And that's a lesson for you. Open yourself to the awareness of the cards that are available and what could happen next. Make sure that you understand the game that you're playing, and you too can win.
Oh, oh, deep water, black and cold like the night. Stand with arms wide open, I run a twisted mile. I'm a stranger in the eyes of the Maker. I could not see for the fog in my eyes. I could not feel for the fear in my life. And from across the great divide, in the distance I saw the light. Jean-Baptiste walking to me with the Maker. My body is bent and broken by long and dangerous sleep. I can work the fields of Abraham, turn my head away. I'm not a stranger in the hands of the Maker. Brother John, have you seen the homeless daughter standing there with broken wings? I have seen the flaming sword there over east of Eden, burning in the eyes of the Maker. Burning in the eyes of the Maker. Burning in the eyes of the Maker. Oh, river, rise from your sleep.
Thank you, Dan. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And happy March, everybody. It is the 1st of March. Today we're talking about And We March. Going to be getting into that a little bit more. It is wonderful to see you all. Wonderful to be here today. We're on Zoom again today. Next week, we're going to be hybrid from Falzer. And even less likely that there will be a snowstorm next week, as there have been a few Sundays previously. So, we'll see how life unfolds. You know the rules when we're on Zoom. Keep yourself muted except when we're going to share, or now when we're just going to make a lot of noise together. Go ahead and unmute so you can repeat after me. I open myself to love.
I open myself to love.
I open myself to joy.
I open myself to joy.
I open myself to transformation.
I open myself to transformation.
And I know that peace is right here, right now.
And I know that peace is right here,
Right.
right now.
And so it is.
So it is.
And yeah, a little later on, we're going to be talking about how you can see the truth beyond the circumstances, because stating peace is right here, right now this morning might get people going, I don't know about that. But we shall see. Anyway, New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. Whatever path you've been on, or whatever brought you to our Zoom today, wherever you're heading next, we have been expecting you. Welcome. Welcome home. There is no requirement to believe anything, but we do kind of agree that we believe that there is one power, love, intelligence, force that creates everything, including each of us. And that we're each using that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. The way I like to say it, your new life begins with a new thought. Really easy to say, simple to memorize, not so easy to live by, but we'll get into more of that a little bit later on as well. If you have an electronic device that runs the risk of disturbing you in the next hour or so, go ahead and shush it so that we can focus on each other, focus on that divine power and presence within. I'm Bill Marchiony, the spiritual director at New Thought Philadelphia. Our music today is the dynamic Dan Rendine. Woohoo! And we got a couple of practitioners. Joe Catanzaro is going to lead us in a meditation in a little bit. I'm sorry, Joe Catanzaro, RSCP, and that's just some of her letters. Will be leading us in a meditation. And right now, Jesus Baez, RSCP, will open us with a practical prayer.
Thank you, Rev. Thank you. Let's settle in. Let's take a deep breath in. And that deep breath in, be inspired. And as you let it go, surrender to that power greater than ourselves. The one power, the one God, the essence of life. And as you settle in this morning, be open, which we are, receptive to the awareness of the divine potential within us. Be still and know the eternal presence within us. That is the beginning of wisdom and freedom. It's good to be free. Free in our mind, free in our bodies. Knowing that God, Spirit, the knower, is before us, behind us, in us, through us, as us. It is us. It is the one presence, the essence of life, through us, sharing himself, herself. For we could be that great I, the I self, the perfect man, perfect woman, perfect God, perfect being. And in this morning, I declare in each one, everything that God's life, proclaim the glory of God. Every person that exists manifests the life of God. There's one spirit where we live and move and have our being, one mind by each one of us think by, one body that we are part of, and one light, the light everyone's pathway. That is the freedom. Knowing the truth, automatic, set us free. Free to choose together with the divine. Aligning ourselves in this morning and every time. Being
Yeah.
illuminated by the divine. I'm so grateful for each one here that lift up the hands, lift up the heart, lift up the mind, and saying presence to this celebration. Together with the music, the talk, everything that's unfold in this celebration is God. All is God. Let's be aware of that. The God in us. Using each one here like that vessel, like that bridge, like the instrument of divinity here now. I'm so grateful for the technology, for everything that's happening in this moment. And I let this prayer be known to the Lord of mine that always say yes. And once again, say yes. So it is. Amen.
So it is.
So it is.
Oh, it is. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. The reason we do a prayer, a practical prayer, is because it works. It changes something in our lives. If you have an experience of it changing something in your life, we'd love to hear a prayer work story. And if you do not previously or currently have one of those stories, there will be a practical prayer workshop on Saturday, the 4th of April, so you can brush up your skills a little bit. So, with that as the prompt, anybody have a prayer work story that you'd like to share? I had one that just showed up as delight this week. I'm going to call it a prayer work story because I was looking for harmony and uplift, and this will probably land with Annie. And I was talking to a friend, and my birthday is in the middle of March on the 16th, and the friend said, "Is this like a landmark birthday?" And I said, "Nah." And she says, "There's this is a sequence birthday or something." I said, "It's 67." And she goes, "Oh my gosh," because she has a middle schooler. And she says 6'7" is the thing in middle school now. So 6'7", 6'7", and nobody knows what it means, including probably the middle schoolers. So suddenly my birthday is expensive. Annie?
That does land, but um I was gonna say that for my prayer works, I was, I have a very long driveway and I don't mind hard physical labor at, to a level. But when it would snow last year, it wasn't that much. It wasn't, I could handle it. And this year when we had that big storm, I was like, I cannot shovel a driveway this long with this much snow ever again. And we were helping a neighbor. We saw he was shoveling out the bottom of his driveway. So the three of us went down there with shovels to help him. And he was like, "Oh, you don't have to help me. I just finished snow blowing. I'm just, cleaning it up down here." And I was like, "Oh, I wish I had a snow blower." And he was like, "Oh, I know somebody selling one for $160." And I was like, "I'll take it." And then he's like, "Okay, that sounded great." And then, I'm like, "Okay, like next week." He's like, "Yeah, next week I'll stop by." I text him like, "Hey, do you still have the snowblower?" He's like, "No response." I'm like, "Crickets, great." So then last weekend when we were expecting the big snow, we tried everywhere to get a snowblower. Lowe's, Home Depot, online. She'd been trying for like 2 weeks. We go out, we find a place that has it. We're like, "Thank God." It was $1,300. I'm like, whatever. I just don't want to hurt my back. I'm fine with the $1,300. We get it. We bring it home. Go about our day. Come home later on that night. There's a snowblower outside of my driveway. I'm like, what the heck? It was the $160 one. I call the place like, "Oh, you need to take the snowblower back." The guy's like, "No, it's no returns." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do?" I'm like, somebody out there needs a snowblower other than me. And now I have two. And he said, "Well, if you bring it back and it's pristine and I can get rid of it, I'll take it back." You bring it back and somebody's there to buy it. So we got the snowblower for $160 and it worked out really well. And then I didn't have to shovel for hours. It only took me an hour to clean up. So it was
Mm.
lovely, and
I
I
love
love
it.
when it's cheap.
Yeah, Money Annie. And then you get a little drama, a little excitement there as well. Good for you. Well, thank you, thank you. Anybody else? No? We're going to do some announcements now. If you have a kazoo or other noisemaker nearby, let us celebrate and herald in Karen with the announcements.
Good morning. This bright and shiny information is on the website at newthoughtphilly.org. Please sign up for our weekly e-newsletter so we can keep in touch. Spring classes begin on March 19th on Zoom. Beyond Limits is a 10-week class in the Foundations of New Thought, Thursday evenings from 7 to 9 p.m. Learn the simple but powerful technique to transform your life with the Practical Prayer Workshop on Saturday, April 4th from 1 to 4:30. It's open to all and included in the Beyond Limits class. Register for all on the website. We have a dozen online meditations every week. Drop by for 15 minutes of inspiration on Zoom. They're also on Insight Timer Live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. There will be another You're Not Alone support gathering on Zoom. It's on Sunday, March 29th at 7 p.m., the day after the next No Kings rally. Sandy and Karen, that's me, leads the Power of Eight Intention Circle every Monday evening from 6 to 7:30 to help bring new experience into the lives of the group members. God calls are half a minute of inspiration on your phone 4 times a week, starting with a free 2-week trial. For information, please go to godcall.org. There are now more than 2,800 spiritual adventures in our group on meetup.com. Get your midweek adventure on and meet some new folks at one of the daily meditations. Follow, subscribe, like, and share New Thought Philly on Instagram, Facebook, Insight Timer, and YouTube. Thank you to the team that makes these celebrations work. We gather ahead of time in order to get things in order and to have some fun. Email the volunteer coordinator to join the joy. Now, next Sunday is Hybrid from Falzer with a talk entitled The World You Want. Reverend Bill dives deep into the metaphysical principle for insight on how to get the past, the problems, and get to where we want to be. Live original music by Deb Chamberlain. Practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration, Jesus is available for a quick transformational miracle in a minute prayer. And do stick around in the Zoom meeting after the celebration for casual conversation. Back to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Karen. And just wanted to double down on a couple of those. The first one is the fun one. We mention every week that the volunteers get together at about 9:30 and do a tech check and make sure everything is working properly. But we also have a good time. It is an entertaining 15 minutes, and then we take a break until it's time for the celebration to start, make sure the technology is working. But if you're interested in getting on the inner circle there and having some of that fun for yourself, email me, revbill@newthoughtphilly.org, or volunteer at newthoughtphilly.org, which curiously will also eventually make its way to me. The other thing is I wanted to give Benjamin a shout out because we are on social media. We got a presence on a lot of it is on Instagram, also on Facebook. And Benjamin is the one who creates the posts for us, and they're just wonderful. We come up with a couple of quotes, and he puts graphics to them that are just inspiring. And recently, we've started making videos that are based on God calls. And if you haven't looked at them lately, just go wander by and see what they're like, because see above, those are fun. I'm looking around the group and I'm not seeing anybody new. So let us bless ourselves. Okay. Rub your hands together. Feel some warmth. This time, point them towards yourself. We are the bright lights of God's love. I feel that light shining. I feel that love flowing. I feel that good happening for and through and as each of us. And I am grateful for this group. So it is. So it is. So Dan's going to sing us another song, and go ahead and continue sharing that love, sharing that light. You can shine that loving goodness towards the people we're gathered with today. Dan?
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness, praise for the morning, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light, eating softly. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day. Has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word.
Beautiful. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We like the Flames of Faith as a reminder of how connected we are, and also as an opportunity to light the healing candle, to invite healing into any place or any peoples or any person. So Kathy is going to lead us in the Flames of Faith today, and I invite you to get deep with it. And Kathy, you're muted.
We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call Spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine feminine and masculine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the earth-based traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples the way of primal spiritualities. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be. The reading today comes to us from, it's called Strength and Courage in Difficult Times, and it's by Reverend Patricia Bass, and it's going to be read to us by Hannah.
I am guided. I am not asking for much. All I want is a little guidance. A burning bush would be nice. A few words written in the sky. Some days I'd even settle for a particularly relevant fortune cookie. Please God, just give me clarity in the midst of my confusion. But alas, I have yet to discover a message emblazoned on the horizon. I've never seen a burning bush, and my last fortune cookie only gave me lottery numbers. The truth is that we live in Spirit's wisdom. Like the fish in search of water, we are swimming in wisdom all the time, but just don't see it. Guidance is not something for which we have to grasp. It is something to which we attune. Attuning to Spirit's guidance starts with asking. I confess that sometimes I forget the obvious. When I'm struggling with a puzzling situation, occasionally a trusted friend will say, "Have you prayed about it?" Truth be told, often I haven't. Asking for Spirit's guidance is important because it is a statement of faith. It immediately declares our sincere intention to hear Spirit, and it sets us up to listen. Listening is the next step. We live in a fast-moving, multitasking world. In her book, The Seven Whispers, Christina Baldwin says we need to slow down and move at the pace of guidance. And a quote from that is, "Speed is some guy running through the airport shouting into a cell phone. Pace is going around the block with a 3-year-old and noticing everything the child is noticing." When we move at pace, we have time to question and time to listen for answers before moving on. When we move at the pace of guidance, it occurs to us to wonder what plans the divine might have for us in the midst of the plans we have for ourselves. The best way to move at the pace of guidance is to maintain a regular meditation practice. Meditation teaches us to listen, hones our awareness of our inner wisdom, and inspires us to see Spirit everywhere. Right here in this moment is where the guidance is. To notice the metaphorical burning bush, we must be as observant as a 3-year-old, or we will walk right past it. Guidance comes in many forms. It can be a feather on the path, a book falling from the shelf, a profound inner knowing, a persistent idea. We cannot predict the form, the timing, or the content, but we can set a clear intention to stay open, awake, and attuned. The message will come in the perfect way and at the perfect time, as long as we remain open. I affirm, I am in tune with Spirit's guidance.
I've been happy lately, thinking about good things to come, and I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be something good is going to come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, it's getting nearer. It soon will be with you. Come and join the living. It's not so far from you. And it's getting nearer. Soon it will all be true. Peace train sounding louder. Glide on the peace train. Ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ah, come on the peace train. I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? 'Cause out on the edge of darkness there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, the peace train. Oh, it's the peace train.
Thank you, Dan. Whew, the peace train. Yeah, I'd get on a peace train. I think I would get on a peace train. So today is the 1st of March, March 1. The title of the talk is And We March. And it's kind of a reminder that time marches on. There's a lot that's going on in the month of March, and like I say, it's just beginning now. We know that spring is going to spring upon us about the 20th of March. Palm Sunday, which is the last Sunday before Easter, or the beginning of the large celebration for Christianity, is in the end of March. March is also the end of Ramadan. March will also be host to the March 28th No Kings March, which a lot of people are looking forward to protest stuff that's going on in the world that they don't particularly like. So time marches on. And the interesting thing to remember as we are thinking about time marching on and that we are marching is that something is about to happen. Something is about to happen. Something is always about to happen, and we usually don't know what. We usually do not know what is going to happen. A lot of things we have a suspicion about, a lot of things we are able to guess about. Perhaps there are things that we can prepare for, and maybe the timing works out to be exactly what we thought it was going to be, or the timing is a little bit different, but we're prepared anyway. But something is always about to happen. Something is always happening, and sometimes we are more aware of it than other times. Sometimes things happen completely by surprise. Sometimes things unfold in exactly the way that we thought they were going to. You know, a child goes to school, and then some number of years later, they graduate from high school. And that's the sort of thing that you can kind of figure is going to happen. Have you ever heard that there are surprising things that happen to children during their growth between the time you know that they're going to go to high school and the time that they get out? Yeah. All sorts of stuff happens. And the important thing to remember through all of it is that everything is an expression of that one infinite creative power. That's the principle behind this new thought teaching. There is one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us. And it's really important to remember that. It's the same story regardless of how you think this whole creation thing came into being. Because there's some scripture that says in the beginning there was darkness and void, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. And that is the creative power saying, let there be. And that is the creative law making it be so. And then there were a lot of additional let there be's, and those continue to unfold. So that story in scripture, if you look at it that way, is exactly what we're talking about when we say there's one power, love, intelligence that creates everything, including each of us. Because if the one started with just itself and nothing else, darkness and void and God, and everything is unfolding from that, then everything that exists is that divine essence expressed in its own way. Has to be. That's the story. And that's where we get the reminder of unity and our oneness. If you like another story about science where there's a big bang, the story the scientists tell is that there is a singularity 14.2 billion years ago, as close as they can estimate right now. Impossibly dense bit of matter, substance, something. And then for some reason, which we do not understand, it began to expand. We call it the Big Bang because from our perspective, it started just as this little tiny thing and it's expanded into a universe and it's only taken 14 billion years. So that's a pretty big bang. And it's at the very least, it was the first bang. But the story is, and the scientists can tell the story about how that all evolved from that release of energy into the formation of the simplest molecules and atoms, and from that in the nuclear furnaces and stellar reactions turned into all of the matter that exists everywhere that has continued to expand and explode and evolve and recombine itself and reinfold itself into galaxies and planets and life forms and your car. It's all that one. It is all that one power and presence, that one love unfolding. And we are each expressions of it. We're part of it. And the reason I bring that up is because it doesn't matter what your story is. Every religion, every spiritual practice, every tradition has a story. And if you look at it, it is all the story of there was one, and that one began sharing itself and is continuing to share itself as its creation. And that's the really powerful part of this teaching is we cut away the rest of the stuff and say if that creative power has created everything, it's created me, and it's continuing to create, then I'm participating in this creative process because I'm aware of it. So back to the point that I was making, you are a unique expression, an individualization of that divine creative power. You are God expressed in human form, right now, right here, and everything that you are and everything that you do. And the same thing is true of everyone, everywhere. And we are each guided and motivated and inspired in a way that is uniquely our own. There's no such thing as predestiny. God doesn't want you to do something. Because if God wanted you to do something, you'd do it. There wouldn't be an option. That'd be just the way everything works. And the fact that you are a choice means that there is a choice to be made, and the divine has presented you with that choice. So we're each on our own path. We're each making our own choices. We are each at choice in every moment, in everything that we do. And what do? We march. And we march. We take that next step, and that next step, and that next step. And sometimes we feel like we're trudging along, just being pushed into something that we have to be doing next. And the truth of the matter is that we are each uniquely gifted, self-directed expressions of the infinite. We are creating this next experience according to our beliefs. We are able to change our beliefs, change the experience that we're having, and change what's unfolding. And each of us is different. I mean, we're all in different places. Even if we were in the same room, we would all be in different places and coming from different places and having different paths that we've been on. And everybody with a set of skills, talents, abilities, and perspectives that are unique to us. Some of it's, inborn. Some of it are gifts, when you knew since an early age, well, I really wanted to be a teacher, or I really loved doing this, or dancing is my whole life, or poetry is just what does it for me, helping people. Those are a lot of times baked in. And sometimes there are things that we learn along the way where somebody sees us and gives us an opportunity and we learn, oh, I could do that. And that's a way that we find out what the gift is because it was always there, but now it's been inspired or lit up by somebody else. So we each have our own volition. I mean, if you are a phenomenally talented songwriter and you decide that you don't want to write songs, God does not punish you. God just doesn't write any songs through you. It might be a great loss, but we're a choice. We have volition. Pick a direction and march. And we march and we march and we march. I'm a lover of pithy sayings and started out doing quotes and so forth a bunch of years ago. And one of my early ones was pray and move your feet. God will guide you and your feet will carry you. And it's a two-step process, and it's based on the Friends, the Quakers say pray and move your feet. But that's an explanation of how it works. It's a partnership. We can pray all we want. If we sit there on the purple pillow praying for guidance and we don't actually move anywhere, nothing's going to happen. We have some participation. That doesn't mean we need to go out and do something immediately. Sometimes the thing to do is to just sit there and be patient and be present. Sometimes the opportunity to take action isn't here yet, in which case, if we go and scramble around and try and do something before it's ready to happen, there's a reason for the term half-baked. Pray and move your feet. And God knows what's going to happen. But something unexpected can happen. Says Jesus quoted in our opening prayer earlier, good, better, best. Never let it rest until good becomes better and better becomes best. By staying present to the awareness that you're an expression of the infinite, there's something as wonderful coming forth through and as you. Then as you march forward, there's the possibility of good going to better, going to best. Something unexpected can happen as we march into whatever it is that's coming next. I mentioned a bunch of the events that are going on in March. Another one of them is that my second book finally is going to be released. It's called Daily Spark. It's a compilation. It's a page a day of God calls, basically written in language that fits onto a page. And that kind of built onto my love of pithy quotes into short stories. And a lot of my minister friends look at the God calls and they say, each one of those could be a talk. And you're giving me 4 talk topics every week. So it's a wonderful resource. And some of them can. And not every one of them sings to everybody. But it turns out, one of my gifts is the ability to take something that's completely mundane and find the spiritual, metaphysical truth to it. And this is going to sound like another promo to come attend one of the daily meditations. We do a dozen of them a week. Because I never have an idea when we start the meditation about what the meditation is going to be. I won't say never. Every once in a while, I'll go for a walk with my dog and he will teach me something that I then want to share. But it's not like I'm showing up prepared. And what happens is there's a conversation among the people who are there. What's going on for you? Okay, this is something. And there was one that happened a couple of days ago where somebody was having some struggles with work and said, I need patience for stuff going on at work. And Jesus was not there when he has been there. And somebody says they want to pray for patience. He'll say, the Rev's not going to let you do that, which is correct. I don't like to pray for patience or to learn forgiveness. And the reason is when you pray for patience, the reason that you know you have it is because you get put at the end of an incredibly long line and you don't kill anybody. And that's really not something to pray for. Same thing with wanting to learn forgiveness. That means that every horrible thing in the world is going to happen, and then you get to forgive it. And yeah, that can be spiritually uplifting and can be a wonderful cleanse. But really, can't we think of a happier way to do that? So the request was for patience. And my observation then was, we don't want patience. Patience has a couple of assumptions in there, like that there's unpleasant stuff going on, and we just need to be present through the unpleasant stuff until it resolves. And so the thought that we had instead was to let go of it, to let go of the attachment to thinking that the unpleasantness needs to be there, to become open and allow, and invite in something new. And it turns out there's a wonderful metaphor for that releasing and inviting process, and it is close as your breath. So the exercise is about breathing out. Because when we breathe in, we're inviting something. We're allowing ourselves to be inspired or uplifted or guided. That's where the invitation. God, tell me what to do. God, let me understand what is mine to do next. And on the exhale is when we let go. That's the release, the surrender, the allowing. It's the making room. And physiologically, there are some important things about your exhale. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It actually stimulates your vagus nerve. The inhale kind of is the fight, flight, freeze, fawn. And the exhale is about letting that go. It's about calming down, rest, and digest. The exhale tends to reduce stress and anxiety, especially a long, steady exhale. You can feel it. Take a deep breath now. And breathe out. A nice, deep, slow exhale. Feel it. Yeah. It can lower blood pressure, reduce cortisol levels, and that can happen in seconds. And this is just the physiological stuff. It removes waste gas. Yeah, y'all know that you breathe in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide. And there's a bunch of other stuff that you breathe out as well because it's stuff that's no longer necessary. That exhale process, probably because of the parasympathetic nervous system, reduces physical tension. You can feel yourself relax. Scrunch up your shoulders, take a deep breath, breathe out, and let your shoulders relax. And notice that they feel more relaxed than they did before you scrunched them up. Breathing out increases your lung efficiency. The depth of your inhale is controlled by the extent of your exhale. So by taking a deep breath out, you actually open yourself to more oxygen in the next breath that comes in. Oh, and here's a fun bonus one. It is also the main component of weight loss. Did you know that? Yeah. The majority of the fat that's burned by the body actually leaves in water vapor and carbon dioxide. So that's how we get rid of excess weight when we're losing weight. So drink plenty of water and do plenty of breathing. And that's just the physiological parts. And you know the psychological parts of it. You know that you can feel how you're feeling relaxed. And there's also value in the exhale. There's tremendous value in the exhale. If you were to have a party balloon in front of you, to be honest, it's a limp little piece of rubber until you exhale and it becomes a festive party balloon. That does not happen on the inhale. That happens on the exhale. That's an example of a way to bring joy into the world. When somebody's having a medical emergency and CPR is necessary, one of the components of that is mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, the breath of life. And oh, by the way, that happens on the exhale. That gift happens on the exhale. Can you think of anything else that happens on the exhale? Any other value in the exhale? I will give you a hint. I'll give you the one from Scripture first, and then I'll point out that it applies even more than just in Scripture. In John 1:1, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God." Have you ever spoken a word while you're not breathing out? I mean, you can do it a little bit on the inhale, but it sounds stupid and doesn't last long. The exhale is where we speak our word. And see above, your word is creative. So that exhale is you letting that gift that you are come more fully into the world. Oh, well then, I guess there are some possibilities we didn't think of before. As March marches on, perhaps there's an opportunity to speak that word, to share that gift, to be that light, to invite that love, and to participate, to allow that gift that is within to be revealed, to know that God will guide you, your feet will carry you, and good and more is unfolding. And we march. And so it is.
As I walk this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope lost? Is there only pain and hatred and misery? Oh yeah. But each time I feel like this inside, there's one thing I wanna know. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? understanding. Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, understanding? And as I walk through troubled times, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes, oh sometimes. So where are the strong and who are the trusted? Where is the harmony, sweet harmony? Each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, are the strong, who are the trusted? Where is the harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Understanding, understanding, brother, understanding, sister, understanding.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you, Reverend Bill. I'm not sure I got the exact thing. There was so much in that talk. I'm not sure if I got the exact thing you were pointing at me, but but it's all, it seemed like all in a pattern. You know, the reading said that we swim in wisdom. And then the talk says, we're God expressed. And that's where it comes from. And you need that, the observant powers of that little 3-year-old to piece it all together. And I think it's always helpful to have guidance, because you don't want to march in circles. So let's think about the steps in how do we get that guidance if we're swimming in that wisdom. We need to pay attention, because there's so much there. It's like there's so much to look at in the beautiful world of nature, so you have to focus on something. So we need to attune to that guidance. Recognize that we need it. Identify that I'm open to that guidance. And then listen for it and pace ourselves. Reminds me of a line from a song I just heard. God ain't done. There's a guarantee at every evening sun, and God ain't done. So think about what you believe. We'll take this into the meditation. What do I believe? And then listen and pace and attune ourselves to that wisdom. As we take this into meditation, let's get comfortable. Set yourself up for a meditation. Get comfortable in your chair. Sit up straight if that's good for you. Put your feet flat on the floor. Think about your head reaching up to the heavens and your feet being rooted in the ground. And we'll take a few deep breaths to go into the silence with this listening and attuning and being open. And as Reverend Bill reminded me, those deep breaths help you to relax physiologically and open up to this. So we'll take a deep breath in, hold it, and release, really release and let that breath go. Make room for something new. One more deep breath. Breathe in, really deep, hold it, and release it again. And one last breath as we go into the silence. Take a breath in, hold it at the top, and release as we march, swimming in that wisdom.
We march forward. We're always going forward. Because God operates through a law that we call evolution or FOMO. And we are subject to this law. Not through limitation, but it's a pathway where freedom, individuality expresses. We are always marching forward to a greater expression of freedom, love, and joy in life. And I believe each one is in an endless pathway of expression of beauty and truth. As they always say, the truth will set us free. And we use that law of freedom, but that same law could cause bondage. That's why consciously, our thoughts, our prayer, it's in God. Because we move in Him, we live in Him, and we have our essence in the one presence. which is the Noah, the spirit in us. Always in the journey of life, we move forward. And that's the beauty of it, that we always expressing that freedom, that choice. That's why it's not such thing as predestination. We change our course, change our life anytime. When Dyer said, when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at will change. Paint, like the master artist always say, let's do like Moses. When he saw that burning bush that did not consume himself, he said, I'm gonna turn aside and see this great sight. And most of the time we got to turn aside to see the cloud effects, Mother Nature with the different colors, the rivers, the trees, the beauty of life. Take time to smell the flowers. Take time to commune with the essence of life. So I invite you to take a deep breath, be inspired, be illuminated by the divine, and as you let it go, always surrender. Let go and let God. And as you move a little and bring your attention back to the celebration, as Dan sang this nice, beautiful song for the glory of God and for each one of us. Go ahead, Dan, take it away.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars, climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, you picked up exactly where I thought with the breathing on the meditation. This is the part of the program where if something's come up for you that you'd like to give voice to, that you have an opportunity to have that space to take a stand and maybe march, a step in a direction. Anybody have something that you'd like to give voice to? Go ahead, Joe, and then Michelle.
As I listened to this dance song, last song, thinking about the talk, I really appreciate the link between the body, mind, and spirit that you made. So often, in my experience, religion sort of separates, disregards the body because that's too earthly. It's not lofty enough. But it all works together. And I think it's helpful to remind ourselves of that because it really can to me it reinforces the thought process and the spiritual process that everything works together. So I appreciate that reminder. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Joe. Michelle?
I want to thank you for the metaphors and examples of breathing. And I just love the fact that when you breathe in, it's inspiring, and that's where inspiration comes from, right? We take it in and process it. I'll use that in some of my papers for class.
So I'll see my words again, will I?
But the other was, as you know, and my prayer partners in our practitioner and training class know, I'm going on a vacation. And when I looked this morning and saw that it was on March, and then we talked about paths right before and I've been anxious about going on this wonderful vacation I'm doing in April, which is a hiking vacation. And right before class, I opened up the package. It just arrived yesterday from England. And it was the coastal paths of Devon. So all of the anxiety I had about the unknown is in a book that I can open up later today. And, so it's put one step in front of the other and go forward, and information will come to you along the way. So that's what I got from your talk today. And thank you.
Beautiful. And we march around the beautiful coasts of Devon.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Anybody else? Dan, was that children celebrating in the background for you?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's always a celebration here.
You guys, you are a party house.
That's right.
Do you have any middle schoolers?
I have one. Yes.
Tell them I said 6, 7.
I will.
Karen's going to lead us in the offering now.
New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. Yeah, we don't have a basket today, but there's a donate button on the website to make a donation by credit card, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering is on the screen. We'll say the affirmation together. I live in an abundant universe. I am one with the infinite source of all good. I am the center of conscious prosperity. I enjoy the richness of life. I bless my gift. I share my gifts with gratitude and joy. And I know that as I give, I do receive. And so it is. Amen.
So it is.
Amen. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everyone. What a blessing. And thank you for the little the gleeful childish joy in your house. It's actually a lot of fun. One more song for us, Dan?
Yeah. So many times I've been alone, a stranger in my own flesh and bone. So many times I've been ashamed, a shadow on the street without a name. And you came along and you let me in. Now I'm growing into second skin, and I'm feeling that way every time that you go near. Changing the atmosphere, electricity, all the breezes blow cool and clear, whispering possibility. I got a feeling something good this way comes, blowing through abandoned leaves. There's a change in the atmosphere, change is coming over me. Maybe it's the moon in a different phase. Maybe I'm holding down, I'm softening my ways. Maybe it's all the things you are. I'm following direction in a brighter star. And you showed me love I never knew, turn my gray sky into shades of blue. When you shined your light, now everything's becoming clear. There's a change in the atmosphere, in the electricity, all the breezes blow cool and clear, whispering possibility. I got a feeling something good this way comes, blowing through abandoned leaves. There's a change in the atmosphere, change is coming over me. I turn around when you said my name, I'll never ever be the same. The sound of your voice calling's the sweetest I could hear. There's a change in the atmosphere, in the electricity, all the breezes blow cool and clear, whispering possibility. I got a feeling something good this way comes, blowing through abandoned leaves. There's a change in the atmosphere, change is coming over me. There's a change in the atmosphere, change in the atmosphere. There's a change in the atmosphere, change is coming over me.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you all. What a wonderful way to kick off the month of March. Let us close with another cacophony. Go ahead and unmute so you can repeat after me. Ready? Love is here.
Love is here.
Is here.
My light is shining.
My light
It
is
is
shining.
shining.
Good is at hand.
Good as
Good
a
is
hand.
at hand.
We march.
We march.
We march.
We march.
So it is.
And
So
so
it
it
is.
is.